Hey, so just quick update. I'm not running. I'm on my motorbike and I'm about to go home. But I was just clinching at Rambazje, and normally it's just like me and Naksu and maybe M16 in the ring, and we just go until, I don't know, 30-40 minutes, something like that. And today we were on the floor because Punglulong has a fight next month, and so he was in the ring. He was doing all kinds of stuff. They're like kind of getting him ready. And so I'm on the floor with like a rope on the ground to kind of like designate the area that we're allowed to be in. And there's like two other couples of people clinching. So M16 is with a bigger guy, and then there are two Farang guys who kept taking breaks during the rounds, which you don't do in clinching, but they do, those two. But so we're just going and going and going, and a couple of times M16 and his partner like broke. Like they would, M16 would go like wipe his face, or maybe they got water or something like that. But I'm like, this is really weird because you don't break during clinching like this. There's no rounds in clinching. You just keep going. And so I thought they were done a couple of times, but then they just kept coming back and clinching. And so I'm like, oh, it's like, we just keep going. And finally, after a number of times that they'd like stopped and started again, M16 looks at me and he goes, how many rounds are we doing? And I was like, I don't know. You don't do rounds. Like, how long has it been? And so I look at the clock and it's been 45 minutes. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, we can stop now. And so I realized in that moment that I was the clock. It's possible that Ramba told them you go until Sylvie stops, which is for them a nightmare, I'm sure. If I'd known that I was the clock, we honestly would have gone forever. But I didn't know I was the clock. So when I was kind of called upon me, like, oh, Sylvie's the clock. Like, Sylvie, how many rounds are we doing? And it was brought to my attention that I was the one deciding when we were going to stop. I felt a little bit put on the spot. And like, we had been going for 45 minutes, which is a good clinch session. And all the boys were very tired. So I was like, okay, we can stop now. But I was not aware that I was missed minutes in that situation.